Okay, I am working on another jellyfish. I have made 2 sharks out of resin and put it in there. I put my shells, starfish, all the goody stuff in the top and put clear resin in it. I've trying something different with the white. I just did some white resin and just kind of sprinkled it here and there. And then I've done some gold mica here and there. So because this is blue, I'm going to do this in a jade tint so that the sharks don't blend in with the blue. So I've got my resin already mixed, and it's a mess. This is the jade tint. So I'm going to, you're not going to be able to see this on the side because I'd have to move my project. So I'm putting 1 squirt in there. And then I'm just going to mix that up. And then for the bottom part, I'll probably do 2 squirts of the jade to make it a little darker. And you know me, I'm going to put my sparkle in there. So I want to make sure this is really mixed up and we don't have no swirls of the tint. All right, I'm going to grab a baby wipe and wipe my fingers off. If I can get it. My tint colors are a little messy. But that's me. I'm a messy crafter. Okay, so I'm going to grab my Max White Sparkle. And I'm just going to put just a little scoop in there. I don't want to go crazy, and I have gone crazy with my sparkle. And then I'm just going to mix that. Just like so. All right, now I'm going to take the other cup and I'm going to do the 2 drops of the gel tint, the jade, because I want the bottom just a little bit darker. And you can see the difference. So that's what I'm going for. And of course, I'm going to put the sparkle in this as well. I have extra resin to add more. I know I'll need it, but I want to decide if I want more dark or more light. I can kind of control the coloring, kind of, but we shall see. Okay, so then I'm going to mix this up. All right, we're going to start with the light one first. And I'm going to start pouring that in the top. I forgot to turn off my air machine. I apologize. It's probably making it hard for you to hear me. can shut that off in a second. Now I'm just going to leave that there. Let me hit that button so you don't have to listen to that background noise. Okay. And now we're going to take the darker. And we're going to fill that up. So, you know, you can see I need more resin. So I have it right over here. Let me grab it. And I'm going to do the darker. Okay, so we're going to add the 2 drops. I know you probably can't see me doing this off because I'm off the side. Okay. I added the 2 drops of the Jade gel tint. And I'm not adding any more sparkle to this because there's sparkle already in it. Okay. So mix that up, and then we're just going to start filling this in. I don't know why, for some reason with this mold, sometimes I can't tell where it's not got resin. I don't know. Maybe it's old age. Who knows? And I'm going to get, yes, I still got to get in there. So I still have a little more resin left. So I'm going to pour that into my smaller cup. I have this giant cup, 32-ounce cup, so I can mix up. I needed 12 ounces for this because I believe this mold takes 13. Yeah, they're huge cups. Okay, so let me get that jade. I'm doing the dark jade again, 2 pumps. So every jellyfish I've made has been different. It's, again, I think I have a mermaid I want to do. But I believe this is Shark Week, so I decided to do the sharks. I bought a mold, and I made them. And I'm like, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them, but I liked how they were different sharks, hammerhead. I don't know all the names of the sharks. Okay, so I need some more right in here. But I thought they would be fun. I'm just looking to make sure I get my tips here. Got a bubble there. Let's get it out. Let's put the rest. Well, let me just double check in here. So I'm just gonna, now I did put, I'm trying to decide if I want to do this or not. That's done. I did put some here. I'm trying to decide if I want to add a little white in the background. You know, sometimes I can't figure out what I want to do, and I got to figure out right now. I think I will try just a little bit of white. I did put a little bit of resin, and I'm going to grab my white paste, and I'm just going to put just a few little streaks, I think, in the background. Even though I do have the white in the front. But sometimes what you put on in the back, other than the main background color, you're not going to see anyways. But this is pretty transparent. So we'll see. But again, I probably, and I've said this before, I should have done some of the white first and then topped it with some more of the jade. But that's me. All right, so I think I'm just gonna just add some swirls in here. And again, you know, resin does what resin wants to do. You're going to put this where I'm putting it where I want it, but usually when you go back, that's not where it ends up. It moves. And I don't want it up in there, but I just want it toward the bottom here. But like I said, this is pretty transparent. So just make it look like there's a little wave action with his little leggies moving around. All right, that's all I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna spray it with my alcohol. Just like so. And I'm going to take my glove off, wipe this up a little, put the lid on, and it's going to cook for 2 hours. I'm going to actually turn it this way. I'm telling you, this thing's a game changer. If you guys work with resin, it's just a game changer. I mean, a lot of my pieces are bigger than this. I'm going to put the power on, and we're done. But you can get a piece done in a day instead of having to wait. Like normally, if I didn't have this, I would have did the first layer the first day, second day the second layer, and then the third day is when you would demold. I can get it all done in one day. So this is just a game changer if you don't have one. All right, guys, so we'll demold this in about 2-3 hours. Okay, thanks.